Hi, everyone. Welcome to Our Disabled Future, a series where disabled voices lead the way. I'm your host, Nico, and it is a good day for disability inclusion. Each day, during Disability Pride Month and beyond, I'm amplifying real disabled stories, where we are, where we want to go, and how the heck we're going to get there. Together, I hope. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by my guest, Carsyn, and our support, Vinny. Hi, Carsyn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, thank you. I appreciate you answering my questions. So, tell us about yourself and about your disabled life.
Well, I'm Carsyn, and I obviously love basketball. I've played basketball, like shooting around outside when I was 3 with my dad, and he kind of inspired me to take the game a bit more seriously. The thing about basketball, which I cherish the most, is I just love the way you run up and down the court, and there's so much things you could do with the basketball. You could dribble, you could pass to other people, and you can shoot. And what's so amazing about the art of shooting is that you're actually jumping while shooting, which I love.
That's remarkable. Thank you. So, why do you like basketball? Like, did you grow up with it? Tell me more a little bit about that.
I definitely grew up with it, and I got inspired by women's basketball, college basketball. I love some of the players like Brianna Stewart. I don't know if you know her. And now I really like, she plays in the WNBA now, but I really like Angel Reese.
I've heard both of those names. Thank you. So, we talk about the WNBA. Um, I myself am an avid NBA watcher. So obviously the Oklahoma City Thunder are the new NBA champions. Did you watch that series or what do you think?
Yeah, it was amazing. OKC actually really pulled it out. They haven't won championship since 2008, which is really crazy.
They broke a long streak, that's true. I feel bad
Yeah,
for Tyrese Halliburton though. May he recover quickly.
That's how
yeah.
Carsyn and I met. It's through not basketball specifically, but really autistic interest and
Yeah?
incorporating, a lot of autistic people have really deep passions that are connected to kind of our survival and way of being in the world. And that's something Carsyn and I were business associates, have really connected on, even though our interests are very different. Mine is more theater and musicals, and hers is basketball. But it's about how we connect with those activities. And it's really remarkable, Carsyn, to hear your story and know your story about growing up and playing and competing and how you were treated as an autistic person and being different on a team and having a lot of that misinterpreted. So, yeah, that's one way that we've met and something we are tying into our work.
And like we might have different interests, but we still see it in like an optical lens because we're both autistic. Like she likes dancing and singing, and I love basketball. But
Absolutely.
like with our environments, she knows what I feel, and I know what she feels.
Thank you for that context. I'm glad you could find that connection after a time where it sounds like maybe that was tough for you.
Yes, it was.
Thank you. So, Carsyn, I think you're uniquely positioned to answer this next question. What does a disability friendly future look like for you? We just got
A
done talking about
disability,
how, sorry, go ahead.
a disability friendly access for everyone, enveloping physical environment, schooling, profession, and technology. This means designing buildings and public spaces with availability in mind, making sure equal opportunities in schooling, giving accommodations and help in the company. And also, a disability friendly future would categorize dependable technology and encourage a community that values diversity and enfolds the distinctive contributions of individuals. If that answers your question.
I think it does. It answers my question really well, actually. I
Thank you.
appreciate, sure. I appreciate what you say in terms of making accessibility not only a guiding principle, but a foundational building block of all of our processes as a society, right? It's much easier to include people if we include them at the beginning of a project or a process or anything, as compared to if we try to do it at the last second or halfway through. I think it's also pretty easy for us as disabled people to say, oh, well, the world should be more accessible. Here's the difficult question, though. How do we get there? How do we make the world more accessible? How do we step together into that disability-friendly future? What do you think,
Uh,
Carsyn?
we could make that future a reality by making buildings, transportation systems, and public spaces designed to be disposable by everybody, regardless of capability. This contains things like accessible routes, ramps, elevators, automatic doors, and accessible bathrooms. Educational organizations would supply classrooms and help services to cater to diverse learning needs. This might incorporate personal schooling plans, dependable technology, and collective learning environments. That's it.
And I think going back to kind of tying both of these together, one form of accessibility is flexibility in others for whom things work or who can access whatever process or thing is happening in the environment and not mistaking what is seen from disabled people, first of all, as deficit. Um, but second of all, as kind of a root, like it's just another side of human experience. And with certain kinds of support and flexibility, many things can change, especially autistic people. There just is so much assumption. And back to the example idea is that when we help autistic people and we see what's really in here in our inaccessibility for us, so many people say, oh wait, that fact me too, that affects me too, even if they're not autistic. It's like we're talking about life. So there's something about the curb effect, and I think there's a lot of kind of flaws in that, but it is that idea that when we build accessibly, we're opening up a really generous way of working together. And I think that's what a lot of people are suffering from right now in general, disabled or not.
I think so. Thank you for that analysis. I often worry about our interconnectedness and our interdependence or lack thereof as a human society.
Mhm. There's
All
so
right.
much burden on the individual for sure.
All right, Carsyn. I've enjoyed getting to know more about your interests and your perspective. As we close our time together, I want to give you a chance that you and I, as disabled people, rarely get. That is a chance to brag about yourself. You could promote something you've got going on really cool, or something really cool that you've recently accomplished. If you want to grow your presence online, where can people find you? This is just your chance to be your own cheerleader, to kind of shout out your own highlight reel, shall we say? Let's hear it.
You can find me on Instagram, It's Carson's underscore corner, all lowercase letters. And what you'll be able to find is mostly basketball videos and some sneaker videos as well, because I also do have a passion for sneakers as well. I think sneakers are kind of like pieces of art. I feel like when you have like fancy basketball shoes, you're known to play better and play up to your full potential. That's just me.
Maybe so. All right.
I like I like looking cool while I play basketball.
I think it's very important to look cool when you play basketball.
Even on casual days too, I like to make sure my sneakers are right.
Carsyn, did you watch the NBA draft last night?
I did not, but I heard about it.
It really was something. I'm eager to hear your thoughts later on. All right, folks, tune in next time. Remember, this is our disabled future, and we're building it one day at a time together. Wherever you go and whatever you do, I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Bye.